causes cancer.
Alright, on the last episode we stopped right here in the hallway where the wood was going to transition, and we may have overcomplicated this a little bit. Since we're starting a new run here of wood that's going in the opposite direction, you have to lay this left to right. So we're having to start all the way down in this bedroom and work our way back with a straight line. And there may be an easier way to do it, but what Amanda and I did is we went ahead and dry fitted all these pieces. We started here and we cut all the pieces that'll go up to this door jamb all the way down, and it's going to meet up with what we've already laid in the living room and dining room. And just to make sure it all lines up when it's said and done, since we're laying such a long road, we've put our laser out, and the laser's giving us a straight line. And also, just to make sure we don't mess anything up, we have put a piece of blue tape on every piece, and we're going to label these row 1 and row 2 to make sure we don't get any of these pieces mixed up once we take them up and start laying this. And again, may have overcomplicated this. There may be an easier way to do it. If you have an easier way, comment below and tell me what it is. But I'm just trying to make sure I don't mess this up. So we're going to take these up now, lay all the glue, and hopefully this works. Alright, we've got most of the wood laid in the hallway now. We're all the way up to this edge. Amanda was laying the glue up to this point, and I was laying the wood right behind her. But we got to this very edge, and the trowel will not fit between the wood and the wall. I thought about back buttering each piece of wood as I laid it down, but this stuff gets on you so easily, and you can see my gloves are covered in this stuff, and it is miserable because your gloves will stick to each other. And I'm trying to keep from that as much as possible. And I know if I back butter these things, I'm gonna have it all over me and all over the wood. So I'm gonna try to do this. I found this little cheap putty knife that we had. And what I'm gonna try to do is just measure some notches across here and cut them with the table saw. I don't know if it'll work or not. Well, it's not great, but I think it'll do for what I'm trying to achieve here. It melted the plastic just a little bit. At the last second, I decided to try to put some V notches in it because that's kind of how this glue trowel we're using right now is. But again, maybe this will be good enough just to do this small section we've got left. Certain spots like this where you have to get the wood underneath the door jamb first in order for it to lock in, you won't be able to lift the wood up, which is what's required for it to lock into this tongue and groove system. So what I did was go ahead and I just filed down the locking part of the groove. That's all I did, is just take the chisel and just file down that top. If you can see, there's just that little bit of a lip on there right there. That's what keeps these pieces from pulling apart from each other. It'll also prevent it from sliding into this if you're trying to tap it in this way. If you leave it on there, you'll tap forever, and this will never want to lock on top of that. Anywhere that you have to tap this stuff into place, you don't want to tap right on the wood because the hammer will damage the edge of the wood. No matter how careful you are, and even with a hammer like this, it's got a rubber tip, it'll still damage it because it's soft on the edges. What I'm using is just an old tapping block that I had for laminate flooring, and I've had this in my tool bag forever. These are cheap, you can pick them up anywhere that sells flooring. You can also just use a sacrificial piece of flooring that you've cut off. You can slot it into the side and tap on it, and the damaged piece you can just throw away. You just don't tap on the finished floor here. All right, we're back laying hardwood floors again today, but since it's spring break, everyone is here with me. Amanda and my Landon are outside. They've been doing the landscaping. I don't know if you can see here. They had to run to Home Depot. She just drove by to get a few more things. And my daughter, Lennon, is helping me do the hardwood. She's gonna put the glue down and I'm gonna lay the wood. And she's using the new toy slash tool I just bought. It's the Rack-A-Track Kneeler, I think is how you say it. It's basically rolling knee pads. And the big benefit of that is when you lean forward on it, it's got a chest support so that you're not constantly supporting your back. So your back muscles don't have to work all day long when you're doing this. You can just kind of rest while you're pushing yourself along. I really like using this. I don't know if you saw in one of the early videos, I was using Spread the Glue. Amanda doesn't like it. I think because you have to adjust it to your height and she's too short, so it was hitting her in a weird spot. So each person would have to adjust it to fit, but Lennon's a little taller than Amanda, so it fits her okay. So she's gonna get her first experience laying glue. Perfect cut. I think we're done for the day. We finished part of the room we were in, about halfway, I guess. This wasn't a full day work because it is spring break and we didn't come over here till maybe noon. And Lennon started out doing the landscaping outside with Amanda and Emma and Landon. Then she came in here and helped me finish this. And she ran the miter saw all day long by herself.
Yay!
And she did a good job putting down the glue for me. And she corrected me on my tool. I've been calling it a Rack-A-Track this whole time. It's Rack-A-Tack. It's more spelling than grammar, but grammar would be if I said the sentence wrong.
No, grammar. It's grammar.
I just read the word wrong.
No, grammar.
But it is clearly written on the seat. Rack-A-Tack. I think Rack-A-Track's a catchier name though, so they missed a good opportunity there to name it the Rack-A-Track. Because I was thinking racetrack because it has wheels on it and it's kind of fun to ride around like you're on a racetrack. Anyway, did you have fun?
Yeah, no.
This is how every kid wants to spend their spring break, is doing construction work. The only wood flooring we have left to finish is the master bedroom, which is where we have our saws set up. We also have all the flooring stacked in here. And this front bedroom, which is where we had all our tools. Most of all this was in the living room initially, but we had to move it out of the living room and move it all in here so we could lay the floor in the living room. And now we have to do the same thing again. We have to take it all out of this room, and I guess I'm gonna move it into this bedroom that we just finished. All that's left now is the master bedroom, which is where all the tools are. I've got to, like I mentioned before, take everything out of this room, and I'm probably gonna move it into the room we just finished. Kind of pain in the butt, but I really don't have a choice because I gotta get everything out here to lay the floors. It's a little after 5 though, so I don't think I'm gonna mess with this tonight. I'm gonna go home and rest, and first thing in the morning, we're gonna unload this room. Hopefully I can get Amanda to help me and finish laying this floor. And then that's it for the hardwood. So I guess the very next clip you see will just be first thing tomorrow. And welcome back. It's the next day. I'm gonna finish cleaning out this room and get the rest of the wood laid. So just to prove that I did this, I'm giving Jaggers his free tool. This is what he wanted. He picked poorly. It was the cheapest one of the 3. Just kidding, it was not.
Thank you, sir.
Next time, follow instructions.
So he didn't even follow the rules, and he's getting in.
Steal one. Just cool.
Sorry, dudes. Sorry.
Can't lose Jaggers.
That's it.
And if you need some furniture, go see him at the Ugly Chair. Probably won't find anything. Just kidding. He's got good stuff. It's really cheap. So, good seeing you guys. Thanks for lunch. Too bad Lee wasn't here.
Enjoyed it.
Next week.
All right. Same time, same place. See ya.
With all that done now, the only thing we have left to do are the kitchen cabinets and the bathroom vanities. So the next video we make will probably be the kitchen cabinets. Amanda and I are actually going this weekend to order all those, and if they have them in stock, I may go ahead and pick them up. If not, I'll have to have them delivered. But if you've ever been curious on how hard it is to install kitchen cabinets, or more specifically how to do flat pack cabinets like IKEA, the ones you have to construct yourself and then install, be sure to subscribe and follow us, because on an upcoming video I'm going to try to give a detailed how-to of the whole process of building this kitchen. I may even do a little bit on how we designed it and everything. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you next time.